So we have Malton Women Council. I hope those ladies have come up on my show. Hello, Mitaji. Where is Asma and Fawzia?
Yeah. Hi. Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Good morning.
Hello, Asmaji. And where is Fawzia?
I'm right
This
here.
is Fawzia.
Fawzia, sorry. Okay, maybe Asma will take a little time. Let's have the powerful video from this organization, Malton Women Council.
Sure.
Hello, Asmaji.
Sorry about that technical glitch.
No problem. We understand. We are all into this technical world today, and we already have this kind of glitches. So I would like to know from you, Asmaji, since your background is from pharmacy and you've been associated with hospice and other important things, what was the reason of joining or setting up this Malton
Okay,
Women
so
Council?
I would clarify a little bit. I have a pharmacy background from Pakistan and US, but I am not practicing pharmacy here. I am practicing social services because I studied addictions and community services in Canada. Why I joined Malton Women Council? There are multiple reasons. I was extremely touched by the passion and the work Malton Women Council does. I know Malton Women Council since almost 10 years. I would say over 10 years. And the way they work and the way they are connected with the community is amazing. So that is why, I've been involved with them as a volunteer, and then I served as a board for almost a year. I stepped down, and now currently I'm working as a project coordinator for an entirely new project, amazing project. And, I can tell more about that here.
Certainly, I would like to know more about what you're doing here and how you are helping the community.
Okay, so I would say, it's the team helping. They have an amazing team, and everybody's like so connected, and that's lovely to see. So this project, that's recently been funded by the Ontario Trillium Foundation, is called the Mentorship Connections for Success, and it's purely for women, of course. And what we are going to do here is we are going to recruit newcomer South Asian women who are professionally trained from back home, and we're going to connect them to mentors who will be South Asian women again working in the field here in Canada. So we're going to recruit these mentees. We're going to connect them with the mentors, and then each mentor would be doing like a group session with these with a bunch of like 5 mentees, and then working individually with each of the mentees, and will help them navigate the Canadian system. We've identified 7 or 8 sectors, for example, in healthcare, nursing, social services, pharmacy, medicine, and then teaching, and then IT. So, we're going to match these mentees with the mentors, and they'll take it from there. Again, we'll also be doing 10 skill building workshops. So where we're going to train these women as Malton Women Council, we're going to bring external speakers, and we're going to do some of these workshops internally. So we're going to train them around IT. Like, this is a new world. It's all Zoom. Sometimes, I kind of, joke. I said, it's Zoom after Zoom after Zoom meeting, and finally we are Zoomed out, right? So Zoom, and this is my first time talking at StreamYard. So we are all learning every day. So we're going to teach these women about Zoom and, Microsoft and meetings and, or GoToMeeting and all that. So we're going to equip them with that because that's required. That's very important these days. We're going to teach them about communications, right? The Canadian labor market, harassment policy, violence at work, presentation skills. So we're going to we'll try our best to equip them, match them with mentors, and then bring them in the Canadian labor market.
Awesome.
And yeah.
Fantastic. You are doing such a wonderful job, especially for the newcomers. It's a very, very interesting and important things to get connected with you, and then how you're going to help them and navigate, the system and the society here, and also other things which every newcomer faces here. Fantastic. So I have with me Fazia. Fazia, you are a strong, high stress preventer. You've done so much of mental, so much of workshop and other things on mental health. And I've seen your very strong documentary that you made with one of this production house only. And I would like to know more from you rather than I speak about you. What all you do here?
Well, thank you for having us, Ekta. And so what I do is I awaken women to the belief that our wellness is our responsibility and the importance of taking care of ourselves. And I do that through offering workshops for mental health and wellness recovery. And I was introduced to Malton Women Council earlier this year. I was invited to come and present for them. And once I got to really know what they were all about and all of the fantastic things that they're up to, their mission and my mission, it is just in alignment. And I thought, this is my tribe. These are my people. And so we've just sort of locked arms, and I've been able to come together with them and really offer sharing through stories and information, and bringing workshops. And every Friday night they offer sessions for women to join. And obviously everything is online through Zoom. So through those workshops, we're sharing with each other and educating and learning from each other how to navigate what's going on in the world today. How do we take care of ourselves so that we can show up better to take care of our families?
One thing here, I would like to give our viewers some tips how to stay strong in this COVID time. I guess that's your specialization, so please kindly tell my viewers here.
Absolutely. And speaking of a pandemic, that we're all surrounded by it, right? We're all surrounded by it. We have to understand that information is coming to us from all directions. And again, I go back to our wellness is our responsibility. So when I talk about wellness, it's not just physical wellness or mental wellness, but mental health, but also our emotional wellness, our spiritual wellness. And we have to really understand that although all of this information is coming to us, and we may be bombarded and it can get overwhelming, it's up to us to decide how much we allow ourselves to absorb. So yes, it's important obviously to understand what's going on in the world and within our communities, but we don't need to have that play-by-play, minute-by-minute update. We don't have to watch every news station so that all we're hearing is, what's wrong and what's happening and how many people are suffering. We know that this is going on. Everyone is well aware of it. We know that they're in the process of coming up with some measures for us to take precautions. There are lockdowns in parts of the city, but at the same time, we have to take that precaution for ourselves. We have to make sure that we're setting healthy boundaries in regards to the information that we allow ourselves to be exposed to, and also setting healthy boundaries in regards to the types of conversations that we're engaging in. So if you're going to have conversations with people that are always talking about the complexity of everything that's happening and how scary it is and creating that fear, then you have to be mindful of walking away from those types of conversations and engage in activities that will nurture your mental health, nurture your spiritual health, nurture your physical health, and nurture, go ahead, your emotional health.
I have a question. Suppose somebody is going through a lot of stress, and how do one reach to you?
To reach out to me, absolutely. They can connect with me through social media. Just look me up, Fazia Murtaza. I'm available on social media, and I guess if they even reach out to you, Ekta, and then you can get us connected as well.
Awesome. That is wonderful. I'm going to come back to you again. Let me just speak to Mitaji, who's been sitting here and watching us talking. Mitaji, your bio is pretty big enough. You are a powerful entertainment, wonderful singer, choreographer. You bring a light in any of the events. Please tell me something from your mouth only. I would like to hear.
Actually, I'm I'm from India, and I was back home a banker, and for my passion of music and another thing that is called energy healing. I follow a spiritual group called Yoga Pranavidya. I left my job. I just wanted to pursue my fields of interest because I've been I had been working for such a long time. So last year I came to know these people in Malton Women Council. First time I went to one of their meetings, and I was, as Asma and Fawzia told you, their way of working is so impressive, and the way and the honesty with which and the passion with which everyone follows the dreams of every other woman. So this is, I always say that Malton Women Council is my worth consolidated. They consolidate our worth, whatever we are capable of, and we are given a chance to present our talent, our work, and we are getting to know such awesomely talented and knowledged and great people like Asma and Fozia through, and so many others through this Malton Women Council. I'm really amazed.
You just said you heal people through energy. How do you heal? How do you do that?
So ours is no touch healing. We don't touch. So we heal your chakras. We all know that chakras are the invisible energy centers in our bodies, and from chakras we have invisible nadis. The ancient way of healing people, treating people from illnesses. So basically, the teachings are based on that. And of course, we have a holistic approach. We talk about way of living, diet, forgiveness, lot of forgiveness, and Buddha's meditations, so many meditations we teach, breathing exercises. So this is a holistic approach, how to keep healthy, and how in such COVID times especially to increase immunity and to stay positive, to maintain your physical, your etheric, emotional, mental, and spiritual health. This is what we learn in Yoga Pranavidya. Thank you.
Asmaji, I have a question. You ladies are all united here under one banner, one umbrella. Is it being funded by government, or it's that you or somebody else is sponsoring you, you're getting some grants? How are you all functioning here?
Okay, so that's a lovely question. And like I said, Malton Women Council has been working since, I would say, almost 10 years. But we recently got funded last year. So we have a couple of projects. Like I said, the project I'm working on is funded by the Ontario Trillium Foundation. And then we have other funders. I think Uzma would be a better person, if she was here to comment on that. But we are funded and we are applying for more funds and more grants are coming. We are very optimistic. And because the government understands the need for these services, and they understand for the need to provide more support around mental health and domestic violence and all that, right? So like I said, Malton Women Council is a huge advocate of strengthening and empowering women to be financially independent, like I would say, because a lot of mental health comes from, obviously there are root causes, right? So I would say mental health may cause domestic violence, or domestic violence may cause mental health. And then financial independence of women, especially when you're an immigrant woman in these countries, is a huge issue. A part of my work outside Malton Women Council is around domestic, with domestic violence clients. And I'm seeing this since 10 years. So it's very important for our women to be educated, come back from back home, but to be in better jobs. So if they need to go back to schools, if they need to be connected to these groups, it is very important. You know what I mean? That would help them, their kids, and empower them further. Yeah, please.
Fazia, as you said that you help people get out of the stress and mental health. During COVID, we all are seeing that there has been an alarming rise in the violence against women, as Asma is also talking about the domestic violence. Do you have any tip for the women who are going through that and who are staying in the same house with the perpetrator?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. And, every situation is different, and the circumstances around the situations are unique to each household. However, I would suggest, not just for the women that are going through this experience, but for anyone, like we have our families, and before COVID, we were all complaining that we didn't have enough time, and we were, we would see our families as ships passing in the night. And all of a sudden COVID happened and everyone is stuck in the house, and maybe you love your family, but maybe you don't want to see them and be with them 24/7. And that's totally okay. And that's the thing that we need to understand, is that even though we may be within under one roof, we still have to take the time for self-care. We have to set those healthy boundaries. We have to set time up during the day for our quiet solitude. Find a space within your home that is your quiet space, and take the time to go and just be with yourself and be with your thoughts. And that goes for everyone, because it can get overwhelming. Like going through this COVID and this whole year, it's hard. You know, people are struggling and they're saying, I'm not doing COVID well, and I'm challenged and I'm having a hard time. You're having a hard time because it's hard to go through a pandemic and be stuck under one roof with people, you know, day in and day out. So what we need to do is understand that we're in this for some time. It's not disappearing anytime soon. So how do we accommodate with the current situation? How do we maintain our mental health? How do we maintain that physical space so it allows us for our solitude to be able to put attention to our self-care? And that comes down to setting healthy boundaries. It comes down to having conversations within the home and recognizing that, you know, emotions and situations arise and escalate because people are having a hard time dealing with this. And so if we feel like we're just kind of stuck together, we start taking it out on the people that we're closest to. But if we have strategies set up where we're able to go and do our own thing in different parts of the home, or, you know, however it may be, go for a walk, be on your own, spend some time by yourself, it allows you to let out some steam and maybe get on the phone and talk to someone else so you have different conversation. But there are things that can be done. It's just baby steps, and sometimes it just, you know, when you're down and in a situation, that's the worst time to try to figure out what to do. And unfortunately, we've all been thrown into this situation, and we're all just trying to figure out what works. So I think, you know, if anyone would like to connect and go over some strategies that, you know, further, I am available for that. But again, like, you know, Meetha and Asma are saying, what Malton Women Council offers is for women to come together and allow that release. They create that space and the environment for women to be able to come and share and get things off their chest and learn from each other.
Okay, one last question from Meethaji. Meethaji, did you learn this from somebody, that healing thing, healing chakras? How can one common person come to you, approach you, and learn and heal?
Yes, of course. I have learned. I'm a certified healer and trainer. I can train in Yoga Prana Vidya, and you can always approach me through Malton Women Council and through social media, as Fozia said. And apart from that, and thank you for asking me that. But apart from that, you had just asked Asma about the funding thing. I'm more closely associated with one of the projects of Malton Women Council called All Is Well, and which is funded by Employment and Social Development Canada, where we have programs. We are having programs since August for seniors, so which is a very important section of our society who is being looked after by the Malton Women Council. And we've had many programs with respect to their socio-emotional well-being, financial literacy, digital literacy. We have had meditations in our shows. We have had beauty care, shows in our program, and we have had programs about related to abstract art, taking care of your advanced planning, and so many caregiver burnout, effective communication, parenting perspective, because the seniors as grandparents face certain problems, or as parents also certain parents face certain problems. So we have had sessions on physical fitness, emotional fitness, and of course entertainment.
Entertainment is, of course, your passion, and you're one of the specialization. It was wonderful having you ladies on my show. You are also powerful, so full of skills and energy. And I'm going to share all your information on my site here. After the program also, I'm going to be sharing all your information with the people who are going to ask me, and otherwise also on my other channel. And I hope you keep on carrying on this your great art and great program. and keep spreading a lot of love and warmth and energy in the community around here. Thank you so much, ladies. Merry Christmas and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much, Ekta.
Thank you so much. It was an honor.
Thanks for having us. Bye-bye.